So, Colorado, you ever watch Black Mirror? Of course not.
Of course not. Know
Yeah,
your personnel.
yeah. So they had a good episode where it's not important, but the premise of the episode was about like if you knew if a part of the episode was like if you knew you was dating somebody and you could find out when this relationship would end.
Mm.
One, would you want to know, and would you like if you could just like click this little fucking iPad thing, then it'll tell you when it was going to end, like the actual date and I'm sorry, not the date, but the time. Like it was like, they're going to end in 7 years. Would you hit that? Or would you find out and not hit that?
So I'm not that curious,
Okay.
but I could see how I probably would be interested
Mhm.
because I feel like it'll make you more intentional.
Yeah.
Because it's like a motherfucker like, yo, I only got 7 years?
Right.
Yo, we need to do this. We need to do that. There's less arguing, there's less time. Like, you're going to spend all your time trying to enjoy that person because you understand what that time look like. And if people actually operated like that in general, you know, it gave themselves like deadlines to say like, you know what, I'm not going to keep procrastinating. I'm actually say, you only got a week to finish this. You'll actually be more intentional with your time. But to answer your question, on the surface, I'll probably say no.
All right.
Because I would want to see what happens. But beneath the surface, yeah, I probably say.
Okay. So on this episode, the whole society's built like this. All your dates are kind of like engineered by the society. They just put you on dates, whatever. And then you hit the button on the date, like, all right, see how long it'll last. Anybody be like, 24 hours. All right, cool. You want to fuck or not? Like, and
Yeah, exactly. You get real intentional.
Right.
Like,
and
what
then,
we doing?
And then you might say 3 years. But you have to do it no matter what, though. So let's say you don't want to fuck the person. They're like, damn, we got 3 years. We got to rock out with it for 3 years.
That's a good point because that makes it a sentence.
Right. So
Ooh, I don't know if I want to know that.
Right.
That's a good point.
So the couple that was about the episode, whatever, they end up dating, and they was like, "Oh, this is great! Like this is da whatever." And he's like, "How about we don't like how this shit is weird? How about the rule for us? We never look though. We just never look. We just rock out until it ends." And he was like, "Oh, I promise," but he couldn't help himself. He like, "I gotta do it." And when he first did it, it probably said like 15 years. He was like, "Oh shit! Like 15 years with her, this is amazing." But because he looked, it like sabotaged, and that shit cut it down to like 7 days, or like maybe even 7 hours, some weird shit like that. And and he had to tell her they was mad, whatever. But the point is that when they broke up, they end up dating other people. It was a whole thing, and they end up coming back to each other. And it was like a whole simulation, say like all these different scenarios, you guys dating, you kept bringing back to each other, and that's how you know it's meant to be. Whatever. But to make it even darker though, about your point about being intentional, I feel the cliche type of dynamic of that is like if you knew the day you was gonna die, would you want to know? And I used to look at that type of question or thought progress like, fuck no, like why would I want to do? But then not saying I would, but I also see the power in it where it's like if you knew not the time or day, but just years from now, you would be like, oh no, like I got this amount of time to do what I gotta do. Some people might just say, fuck life, I'm just rocking out. But some people really, I'm about to maximize the shit out of this.
I think that without even going that dark, just thinking about not procrastinating, like you can develop a mindset that's like that without making it that extreme because like that's an extremity that's very much inevitable and is very much like, you know, it's a thing. It's like whatever. But if you just can lock in on that, like sometimes you can have paradigm shifts that's not as severe for you to get to that point where you like, yo, you know what? I'm not about to be playing around. Like my guy Neo always say, success loves speed. And it's like just that's the same concept, but in reverse, where it's like instead of speaking in a dark manner, I'm speaking in a positive manner where it's like, why am I waiting? Like even when I'm talking to my clients, I'd be like, if they be like, yeah, I'm gonna just do that joint on Friday, and I just be like, why? I really kind of don't know. Like, what's the difference between a day and Friday? They say, this the only grace I give them. Do you not have the money today?
Right.
Oh no, it ain't really a money thing. So why Friday? So when you look at your life like that, it's like, why wait? Like honestly, like none of us really push ourselves to the max as much as we could.
Right.
Like we really, like we just look at what we just was able to, like we could do, like imagine we did that 5 days a week. That's crazy, but it's possible. You follow what I'm saying? And it's like, thinking about how much more time, like, and remember, I always credit him for being intentional. I'm like, yo, that motherfucker get the most out of his 24 hours. Like, you gotta think get the most out of his 24 hours. But it's like, when you think about it, it's like, shouldn't we all? So it's like, to your point in that regard, like, I would love to experiment with that in the dating world. Like, I would love to, but the other concept of it, I'm not acknowledging it. I'm not acknowledging that one. But the other, for that one, I feel like that would be a dope thing. But if you go into it just kind of like, giving yourself, you know what, this is going to be a good year. Let's make the most of this dating experience.
And like we said previously, like, you know, just because it ends don't mean it wasn't good or great or amazing.
You got to just learn how to roll with it. When like, yo, we all got them situations, like when it's time for them joints to end. Like, and I always say movies because it's nothing like a good movie, like for the minimal ones I've seen. But it's when you get a good one, you like, damn, like that was a fuck, like, what happens next? Like,
Mhm.
sequel. You go on Google, everybody go to Google and be like, is there a part 2 in the works?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when is the next one coming out? Like, no matter if it's a show or a movie, when it comes to an end, you always got that detachment and that withdrawal that you're gonna go through for that semi moment. And the same happens in relationships. You're gonna go through that detachment and that withdrawal. But don't allow the withdrawal to make you bitter. Like, to Q's philosophy, don't be mad it's over, be happy it happened. And really honing in onto that philosophy of being like, yo, you know what? I'm even happy that I got a chance to even have it. Like, some people go their whole life and never experience love.
Absolutely.
Some people go their whole life and never experience joy. Some people go their whole life and never experience certain things. So the fact that you got to grasp it, even if it's just for a moment, just spend time appreciating that. And then the next time you get a hold of it, you should appreciate it more. Because what tends to happen is people get in situations and they never foresee them ending. So when they end and they got nobody likes change. Most people would just like to get by till they die. They just want to live and tread lightly and never do too much. And it's just like, if I could just make this and stay afloat and go here and one trip a year, one trip every 5 years, yeah, this. They cool with that. They don't really want to explore the unknown and all of the possibilities that come with it. You follow what I'm saying? But
Less risk, also less reward.
less risk, you know what I mean? But yeah, but less reward. So, but they be cool with that. So when their world gets shaken up, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck? I gotta find a new prey. Oh shit, you know, I gotta find somebody to accept my flaws and all of these different things. And it's like they dread that. So they instantly despise the person that they was dealing with for making them have to go back into the dating pool. It's like, it's your fault that I'm back in the dating pool. Disregard everything that they probably contributed to the departure, or even the fact that this just might be what's best for y'all.
Right.
You just mad that you gotta go back into the dating pool. So you say, no, it was a failure. Fuck this whole entire relationship. But in reality, it's like, no. Literally take a list of what you got from it and start writing down what you gained from being single again. Like, that's one thing that people don't do. When they break up, they only focus on what they lost. I focus on what I gained. Like, yo, you know what? Now that I'm single, I can actually spend more time doing this. I can focus on this. I don't have to think about that. Oh my gosh, I love it here. Right? You know what I mean? But last thing I was gonna say to go ahead. I had one more thing, but go ahead. It's going. Motherfucker.
Yeah, me personally, I've always been the type of person that saw the value in being in a relationship and being single. I've truly
100%.
never saw one better than the other.
Fact.
And it's like, whatever scenario I'm in at the time, it's like, no, this is going to be
the best.
the best it's going to be. Like, it's
make
like,
the best of it.
Yeah,
Like, you know, if you in a relationship, be the best.
Right.
Be the best version of yourself in that relationship. And if you single, be the best version of yourself single. Don't slight yourself in either or. Don't be a depressed single person. Oh, nobody want me. It's so bad out here. No, do single shit to the best of it. That don't mean go fuck off with everything that's fucking walking. It's like, no, like,
At least not everything that's walking. Like, you know, like, not everything that's walking.
I get it. Oh, you saying like animals and
Not ugly bitches. Like,
oh shit.
Like,
Well, he's saying like bad.
yeah,
I'm like, because you got the silent pause. I'm like, what are you talking about? But all in all, just don't go just do any and everything, but
right.
make the most of it. If you go on date while being single, like meet up in other cities and fuck. Fuck her on that balcony. You know what I mean? Like go to her job, tell her to come outside, you got something for her, and dick her down in the car, but have something for her. Like not just dick her down
Not
in the
just
car.
dick.
Yeah, like flowers, something, like chocolate. You feel me? But make the most of it and like capitalize on that experience so that when you get into a new relationship, you are so fulfilled. So you like, all right, now I want to explore this. I want to do the most extreme shit that I never could do with a person I was dating because we were just dating. Like, you know, make the most of it. So I agree. Like, I'm always going to make sure that I'm my best version, whatever phase I am in, that I'm in my life. But going back to the whole dynamic of, you know, shit coming to the end and people not understanding that sometimes it's just time to roll the credits. Don't be the bitter person moving forward. Like, literally accept it and appreciate it for what it is and figure out what you want to do next. Like, all right, cool. I seen that movie. Whichever type of movie do I